Might die. In a ninja world full of geniuses and top-tier jutsu, might die, also known as the eternal Genin, proves that true strength isn't about ranks or titles. Most people underestimated him, but this man was actually the origin of one of the most powerful taijutsu techniques ever seen in Naruto. Since he couldn't use chakra properly, he mastered pure physical combat instead. He became the ultimate master of Hachimon Tonkou, 8 gates released formation, a legendary taijutsu technique that required insane training and an unbreakable will. While other ninja focused on boosting their chakra, Might Dai pushed past the natural limits of the human body. Each gate unlocked a new level of power, starting with the first gate, which doubled his strength, all the way to the final death gate, which could turn the user into an almost godlike force at the cost of their life. This was an all-or-nothing fighting style. No tricks, no shortcuts, just raw power capable of shaking the entire ninja world. And that power was enough for him to take down 4 of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist, a feat that even top-level jonin would struggle to pull off. However, we never got to see Might Dai fully unleash all 8 gates. Instead, we could see its strength through the next master. Hey guys, if you're still watching, that means you're a true Naruto fan. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, and we'd love for you to be part of this journey. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop a comment to let us know what you think. Your support is what keeps this channel going. Now, Might Guy. Might Guy is the ultimate successor to his father's legacy, becoming a fearsome shinobi despite being unable to use ninjutsu or genjutsu. His fight against Kisame is one of the best showcases of pure taijutsu power. This was one of the rare times where Guy fought solo against an enemy. And man, what a fight! With just one Hirudora, Morning Tiger, he took down one of the most dangerous members of Akatsuki. The guy was basically a tailed beast without a tail, had insane capture abilities, and yet, boom, all of that was useless under the almighty foot. One of the coolest things about Guy's fighting style is the contrast between his goofy attack names and the ridiculous destruction they cause. But his true peak was when he opened the 8th gate, the Gate of Death, in his battle against Madara Uchiha. At that moment, Guy became stronger than all 5 Keiji combined. His final attack, Yagai, Night Guy, was so powerful that it nearly killed Madara in one hit. It literally kicked a hole through his body. The only downside was that this level of power comes at the cost of one's life. Luckily, he survived. But this was the ultimate example of the saying, better to burn bright for a moment than fade away for a lifetime. Even without ninjutsu, Guy turned his weakness into strength, proving that with sheer willpower and determination, even someone without natural talent can become one of the strongest ninja in history. Rock Lee. Here he is, the 3rd-generation successor of this taijutsu style. His fists and legs are his deadliest weapons. This was made crystal clear during his fight with Sasuke in the Chunin exam arc, where Lee completely dominated an Uchiha prodigy using nothing but pure taijutsu. Of course, he can also use Hachimon Tonkou, 8 gates, a super dangerous technique he learned from his teacher, Might Guy. During his battle with Gaara, the entire shinobi world got to witness just how insane this power is when Lee opened the 5th gate and unleashed Reverse Lotus. At that moment, his speed was so fast even the Sharingan struggled to keep up, and his strength was enough to crush most ninja. The fact that he could open multiple gates at such a young age speaks volumes about his raw talent and insane work ethic. But there's one taijutsu style that only Lee can use in the entire series, Drunken Fist. This weird and unpredictable fighting style only kicks in when he accidentally drinks alcohol. In this state, Lee transforms into a completely different fighter. His moves become wild, flexible, and impossible to predict. His fight against Kimimaro, one of Orochimaru's Sound Four, was proof of how terrifying Drunken Fist can be. He was dodging deadly attacks and countering them on pure instinct. Overall, Drunken Fist is probably the most unique and uncopyable taijutsu in Naruto. And let's be real, most attacks can be countered if you can predict them. But when your entire fighting style is 100% random, even the Sharingan is useless against it. Meanwhile, Might Guy, even though he's stronger with the ability to open all 8 gates, sticks to a more traditional style that's easier to read. And speaking of Lee, we can't forget about Kimimaro. This is the guy who went toe-to-toe with Lee and almost took out both Lee and Gaara. Even though he had limited screen time, he made a huge impact with his one-of-a-kind taijutsu style, which was based on his Kekkei Genkai, Shikotsumyaku. This ultra-rare ability let him manipulate his bones at will, turning them into deadly weapons. That's how he created a taijutsu style, unlike anything else in the shinobi world. Kimimaro's taijutsu is a mix of two things: the elegance of a dancer and the sheer power of a warrior. He used 5 different dance techniques, each showcasing a unique aspect of his fighting style. Tsubaki no Mai, Camellia Dance, let him pull out bones from his arm and use them as swords, attacking with insane speed and precision, like when he fought evenly against Rock Lee's Drunken Fist. Karamatsu no Mai, Pine Dance, turned his body into a forest of bone spikes, acting as both offense and defense, making it almost impossible for Lee to land a clean hit. Against Gaara, he fired his Teishi Sendan, 10-finger bullets, like bone projectiles, and nearly ended the fight with Sawarabi no Mai, Bracken Dance, a giant field of razor-sharp bones that would have killed even a Jinchuriki like Gaara if not for his illness cutting his life short. Even while battling a terminal disease, Kimimaro showed incredible endurance and raw strength, fighting against Naruto, Lee, and Gaara without slowing down. And despite bones being a hard, rigid material, he moved with insane fluidity and control, proving just how masterful he was over his own body. What made Kimimaro's taijutsu truly special was its efficiency. He wasted 0 movements. Even Rock Lee, a pure taijutsu specialist, had to admit that Kimimaro was a master who never made unnecessary motions. Every attack, every step was precise and served a clear purpose. Now tell me, isn't that true martial arts perfection? From a pure taijutsu perspective, Kimimaro proved that hand-to-hand combat isn't just about throwing punches and kicks. With the right abilities, it can become a complete fighting art. To this day, the full potential of Kimimaro's taijutsu remains one of the biggest mysteries in the Naruto world. Huga Ni. Huga Ni represents excellence in taijutsu with a unique style that blends strength and finesse. He's one of the most impressive hand-to-hand combatants in the entire Naruto world. While Rock Lee's taijutsu style comes from Guken, the traditional martial art focused on power, speed, and precision, Neiji's taijutsu focuses on Juken, Gentle Fist, a special form of hand-to-hand combat unique to the Hyuga clan. Juken revolves around light but precise strikes aimed at injecting chakra into the opponent's body to destroy their internal organs and chakra pathways. The damage is often internal with little to no visible external injury, which makes Neiji's style particularly deadly and difficult to defend against. This is shown clearly during the fight between Neji and Hinata in the Chunin exams, where Neji severely damaged Hinata's internal organs without leaving many external marks. On top of his close-range combat abilities, Neiji's range extends with the 8 trigrams vacuum palm. This technique lets him focus chakra into his palms and release a powerful pressure wave, attacking the opponent from a distance without direct contact. It's a strong ranged attack that highlights Neiji's flexibility in combat. Another key technique is the 8 trigrams 64 palms. This allows Neji to precisely strike 64 of his opponent's chakra points in a very short time, rendering them unable to use chakra. This technique requires perfect synergy between his Byakugan, speed, accuracy, and a deep understanding of chakra pathways. What makes Neji stand out from other taijutsu masters is the aesthetic quality of his fighting style. His movements are always fluid and graceful. Neji doesn't need to punch hard or kick fast. He just needs to touch the right pressure points. The force is minimal, but the damage is maximized. This aesthetic is also evident in his stances during the 8 trigrams palm, with movements that follow the principles of yin-yang and the 8 trigrams philosophy in Eastern thought. Uchiha Madara. In Naruto, when we talk about taijutsu masters, we can't forget the name Madara Uchiha. Not only is he a ninja genius with the legendary Sharingan, but Madara also possesses incredible taijutsu skills that helped shape the history of the shinobi world. Madara's taijutsu style is built on an extraordinary physical strength and speed that is almost impossible to track with the naked eye. One of the most impressive moments was when he single-handedly took on an entire army of allied shinobi in an instant, showing the perfect combination of power and speed. I mean, he just got revived and jumped right into the middle of hundreds of ninjas, eyes spinning like crazy, taking down a bunch of people without using any jutsu. That's some serious power right there. Overall, we should never underestimate the ninjas from back in the day, especially those who lived during the Warring States period, when their battles were extremely brutal. Unlike pure taijutsu masters like Might Guy or Rock Lee, Madara doesn't focus on complex techniques or intricate movements. Instead, he prefers direct, powerful, and aggressive attacks. What sets Madara apart in battle is his enjoyment of the fight itself. In many of his battles, especially against Hashirama and Might Guy, Madara didn't just fight to win, he fought to find an opponent worthy of him. When we talk about worthy opponents, Hashirama comes to mind. He was a master of taijutsu, but since we don't get many scenes showing his hand-to-hand combat, and he's usually spamming wood jutsu, we won't dive too deep into his taijutsu here. Uchiha Sasuke. When we talk about Madara, we have to mention Sasuke. Overall, when it comes to taijutsu and weapons, never underestimate an Uchiha. Uchiha Sasuke is not only a genius from the prestigious Uchiha clan, but also a master of taijutsu with a unique fighting style that combines Sharingan and swordsmanship. What stands out in his taijutsu style is the perfect integration of the Sharingan, and later the Rinnegan, into his close combat tactics. This allows Sasuke to predict and react to his opponent's movements with near-perfect accuracy. Overall, Sasuke's taijutsu skills can be considered as gradually developing. Initially, after witnessing and being defeated by Rock Lee during the Chunin exams, Sasuke learned and applied the high-speed style and the Shishi Rendan lion combo technique to his skill set. This shows his impressive ability to learn and innovate. If you notice, even as a child, when facing Naruto, Sasuke often had the upper hand in hand-to-hand combat. This isn't surprising, since Sasuke's strengths lie in his agility, precise strikes, and fluid movements. On the other hand, Naruto excels in endurance and toughness, making him a tough opponent. But in one-on-one combat, Sasuke usually had the advantage. Later on, even with just one arm, Sasuke still maintained his combat skills. A clear example of this is when Sasuke faced Kinshiki Otsutsuki for a significant amount of time. Fourth Rikage. The Fourth Rikage A is one of the most highly regarded of the 5 Kage for his physical strength and taijutsu abilities. His nickname, the Lightning Bolt, is a perfect match for his fighting style. As fast as lightning and as strong as thunder. What makes Rikage A a taijutsu master is his unique ability to combine lightning release chakra into his close combat attacks. Rikage A's taijutsu style revolves around a core technique, lightning chakra mode, also known as lightning release armor. When activated, his whole body is covered in brilliant blue lightning chakra, which boosts both his defense and enhances his speed and power to insane levels. In his battle against Sasuke at the 5 Kage Summit, Ai proved that even the Sharingan had a hard time keeping up with his speed when using this chakra mode. The power of this technique turns Rikage A into a living weapon, capable of destroying hard material with just direct strikes. A standout move in Rikage A's Taijutsu arsenal is the Lariat, a devastating attack that he shares with his brother, Killer B. This move perfectly represents A's fighting style: direct, overwhelming, and destructive. What's impressive about Rikage A's Taijutsu style is its simplicity, yet it's extremely effective. It's like professional wrestling. Unlike the refined Taijutsu of the Hyuga clan or the diverse techniques of Might Guy, A fights with the philosophy of one punch to end it. Every punch, kick, or even shoulder charge is delivered with maximum force, aimed at finishing the opponent in a single blow. It's so powerful that it even broke Sasuke's incomplete Susanoo. Killer B's Taijutsu style revolves around two main techniques, Lariat and Disturbance Taijutsu. The Lariat is his signature move, a high-speed attack combined with the incredible power of the Eight Tails. When performing the Lariat, Killer B charges at his opponent with his arm or shoulder wrapped in Gyuki's chakra, generating enough force to tear apart the enemy's body. This move was notably displayed in his battle with Kizame, where Killer B, in his Eight Tails chakra form, managed to injure one of the strongest members of the Akatsuki. The Lariat isn't just a simple attack. It reflects Killer B's explosive power philosophy in Taijutsu: straightforward, direct, yet incredibly destructive. On the other hand, Disturbance Taijutsu represents Killer B's creativity and unpredictability in battle. This Taijutsu style relies on erratic, spontaneous, and flexible movements, often combined with the use of multiple swords at once, a technique few ninjas can master. A perfect example of this is his legendary battle against Sasuke and Team Taka, where Killer B used 7 swords simultaneously, placing them in bizarre positions like his elbows, mouth, armpits, and just about everywhere. This created a chaotic sword dance that left his opponents completely confused. Even Sasuke, with his Sharingan, couldn't read Killer B's movements, showcasing the unpredictable nature of his Taijutsu, a style of freedom, unbound by traditional techniques. Killer B proved that Taijutsu doesn't have to be as strict and disciplined as Might Guy or Rock Lee's. It can also be fun, spontaneous, and full of personality. This is what sets Killer B's Taijutsu apart from the Rikage's style. Tsunadeday. Tsunadeday, the 5th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village and one of the legendary Sannin, is not only famous for her incredible medical ninjutsu, but also known as a Taijutsu master with unbelievable strength. What makes her fighting style unique is the perfect combination of her insane muscle power and the Byakugo no Jutsu, making Tsunadeday a true tank on the battlefield. Unlike many other ninjas, Tsunadeday doesn't need to dodge attacks, but can overpower her enemies, making her one of the hardest shinobi to defeat in the Naruto world. Tsunaday's Taijutsu style primarily relies on her superhuman strength, inherited from the Senju bloodline. This power is clearly demonstrated when she faces off against Orochimaru and Kabuto. With just one punch, she destroyed an entire wall. This strength isn't just natural, it comes from Tsunaday's superior chakra control techniques. She focuses chakra precisely into points of attack, like her hands or feet, turning each strike into a small explosion with tremendous destructive power. When analyzing this technique, we can see that the key isn't in how much chakra is used, but in the timing of its release, right at the moment of impact, maximizing the force. This technique was further proven when Tsunadeday broke Madara's Susanoo armor during the 4th Great Ninja War. What sets Tsunaday's Taijutsu style apart is the Byakugo no Jutsu. The chakra mark on her forehead is not only a massive energy reserve, but also allows her to instantly heal her body when injured. This feature makes Tsunadeday an extremely annoying opponent because she can endure attacks that would have taken down any other ninja. In her fight against Madara, even after being pierced through the body by a Susanu's sword, Tsunadeday kept fighting thanks to her continuous regeneration. This creates a unique taijutsu style. Instead of dodging, she faces her enemies head-on, without fear of taking damage. When compared to Rikage's speed, or Sasuke's precise strikes, Tsunadeday fights like an unstoppable machine, always moving forward no matter the attack she takes. Tsunadeday broke the stereotype about the physical strength of female shinobi, proving that a kunoichi can be incredibly strong in taijutsu, a field often considered dominated by men. And of course, when we talk about Tsunadeday, we have to mention Sakura. The Taijutsu style combined with medical ninjutsu that Tsunadeday perfected has become a unique fighting style that Sakura inherited and further developed. Sakura is a Taijutsu master, but since their fighting styles are similar, I won't go into too much detail about her again. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.